ASE 2020. Before I start to lead this event, let me introduce myself as your Master of Ceremony for today. I'm Ulfa Winria, Management Department of International Program Student, Batch 2018, Business and Economics Faculty, Universitas Islam Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, participants of ISM IBSE 2020, on this nice occasion, let me deliver the structures of today's event as follows. First, webinar. Second, focus group discussion, followed by registered participants from UII, USIM, and UPM. Ladies and gentlemen, let us open this event with reciting Basmalah together. Before going any further, let me read several rules during this event. Rules during ISM IBSE 2020. First, all participants are compulsory to turn on their camera. Second, all participants need to mute their microphone during all the session and can ask questions by clicking the raise hand feature and waiting for MC to allow you to speak. Third, all participants need to have a minimum 80% attendance or 4 of 6 sessions in order to get an e-certificate from this program. Fourth, you must use email account to join Zoom so we can divide you into break rooms in several sessions. And the last one, to all of the participants, please change your Zoom name by the format your university _ your name. Example is UII _ Ulfa Windria. Now, we step to the main agenda of today, namely Webinar Series 2, COVID-19, How Leads to Economic Recession, Lesson from Indonesia. But before that, let me introduce you to the moderator of the webinar, Mr. Faza Fakhrunas. Currently, he is a senior lecturer at Department of Economics, Faculty of Business and Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia. He has held undergraduate degree in finance from Economic and Management Science International Islamic University, Malaysia in 2016 and certified personal finance in 2020. Next, let me introduce you to the speaker of the webinar, Mr. Agus Widarjono. Currently, he is a head in economic development at Universitas Islam Indonesia. To Mr. Faza and Mr. Agus, the forum is all yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in wa ala umuri dunya waddin wa salatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'il mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain amma ba'du. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. In the name of Allah, the beneficial and merciful, and all praise to be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and salawat and salam for Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him. Alhamdulillah, today I get the privilege to be a chair of this event. So today I am the moderator of this event, and let me introduce myself first. My name is Faza Fakhrunas, and I'm from Department of Economics. And today I think the topic is quite interesting because we will discuss about designing ASEAN economic recovery strategy. Of course, we will relate to the issue that we discussed along 5 days, which is about the green economics, right? And today we have already a very good speaker. So his name is Pak Agus Widarjono. Commonly we will say Pak, right? How are you, Pak Agus?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. It's good today?
It's good, yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So I would like to read the CV, curriculum vitae of Pak Agus. So actually Pak Agus is the associate professor in Department of Economics, and he is also the head of Department of Economics, Faculty Business and Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia. And then he holds master degree from Western Michigan University and PhD degree from Oklahoma State University. All are in United States of America. And based on his research, actually, I try to capture and notice that Pak Agus really concerned in economics as well as econometrics, because he already wrote a lot of books in econometrics area, and currently he is quite, published a lot of papers in Scopus Journal as well as in International Journal as well, which is about Islamic economic and finance. It is quite interesting, but today he will talk about a green economic post-COVID-19, focusing on the design ASEAN's economic recovery strategy. So Pak Agus, actually we have inshallah 1 hour to discuss with the students, because the students coming from Malaysia and Indonesia, even though actually they are watching the discussion in maybe a lot of provinces in Indonesia. So Pak Agus, the time and stage is yours.
Okay, let's first we define that's moderator said that about the green economic. Actually, green economic is related to the environment. I mean, how to we have a better environment in order to have the sustainable development, right? It's the main issue of the green economic. And related to our concern today, I mean, like omnibus law. Omnibus law mean this is the highest law, contain everything. I mean, it's not maybe it's many things. I mean, including this is about the environmental issue. So actually, omnibus law, one of the important thing regarding to the environmental issue. But unfortunately, the problem that's in omnibus law, this is the problem is what is? That's the government, now don't protect much about the environmental issue. I mean, about the one of the issue like about pollution, something like that. So might be about the deforestation. Okay, this is the problem that might be the main issue in the omnibus law. Then it is our concern, because when we see that the green economic related to the what call it is sustainable development, if we don't concern about the environmental issue, then it is the big problem, because our country is the biggest country, because it's located in the Khatulistiwa, located in the tropical area, and we have a lot of forest, a lot of jungle. This is to maintain that our economy, green economy can sustain better. Okay. Okay. Sorry, and then this is the issue actually, the issue about the green economic. Okay. But the problem that we have now is about the COVID, right? The COVID-19. And we know that this is the spread across the country, and might be we have to analyze. We have to analyze whether the COVID has a worse economic condition or not. Because in my opinion, this is totally different with the previous economic crisis in the world. Why? Because when we see that when we talk about the economic crisis or economic recession, actually we can divide by two factors. Might be what we call as supply shock or what we call as demand shock. Okay. And what is mean by supply shock? This is related when the economy, reduce their supply side. Reduce the capacity of production. This is supply shock. Like what example, if the company cannot get the input because the input is so expensive, this is kind of supply shock. Or maybe because in this case, COVID-19, because nobody can go to the office, they cannot produce goods and services, this kind of supply shock also. And the second is what is demand shock? Demand shock is related to the consumer preference, consumer to buy goods and services. And based on the economic macro, this is simple actually. This is simple. If you using like in microeconomic using ISLM or using the aggregate demand, aggregate supply, this is actually aggregate demand shock is from the aggregate demand. That shock because of change in the aggregate expenditure. like consumption, like investment, like government expenditure, like export-import. Okay, this is what we call as demand shock. As you know, like we saying the aggregate demand aggregate supply, when demand shock, mean what happened? Yeah, then the national output will reduce, right? Will less than before. Then what happened to the supply shock? Supply shock is related to supply side, related to the aggregate supply. And many, I said before, many cases, this is actually related to the demand shock instead of the supply shock. Okay. Like if you back to our crisis and ASEAN country, like back to the, I think 98, right? This is similar, and this is case associated with the demand shock instead of supply shock. Now, what happened to the COVID-19 actually? Okay, I believe that the COVID-19 leads to the both of them, supply shock and demand shock. Yeah, why supply shock? Because nobody can produce goods and service, because nobody can go to the office. Yeah, this is the problem. This is mean that production will reduce. And the second thing is also demand shock, because people, as you know, even though we have online way to buy goods and services, but it is less than when we have offline. Why? So this is in this case that when the COVID is two both sides, the supply shock as well as demand shock. Demand shock because people cannot buy goods and services, right? And the supply shock because company cannot produce goods and services. So this shock, I believe, is worse than previous economic crisis. So this is actually a simple thing. If you want to know what happened to the COVID-19, so both of them, yeah, and create the supply shock as well as the demand shock. Okay, let's move to another slide. Okay, and I pick up this data from the United States, okay, to show which one is higher, supply shock or demand shock. Okay, the red one is demand, the red one is supply shock, and the blue one is demand shock. This is consists of, I think it's by sector, right? I don't believe how many, yeah, like 11 sector. This is in the beginning of the COVID-19. Yeah, we have only data in United States, right? Because this is the developed country, and then they provide a lot of data. And this is example, you can see that in the beginning of the shock, this mostly come from the supply shock, right? You can see the red one, right? The red one is much higher than the blue one, right? I hope everyone can see it. Okay, and the sector that has a positive growth, I think is information, right? You see, the other sector is have a negative economic growth, because okay, you can see from here that's the only sector that can have a positive growth is the information, right? Even though this is the supply is negative, but the demand is the positive. Okay, this is in the beginning of the shock, beginning of the beginning of the COVID-19. Now, how about when move? This is the next month. Again, we can see this is the April 2020. Okay, we can see everything is except utilities. Everything is negative, and the biggest negative is, I think, leisure and hospitality. Okay, it's related to maybe people, because people cannot go everywhere. So this is like go to the leisure place. This is why this is the highest, the highest negative growth. And this is also we can see that's both of them. Yeah, the red one, so the supply shock, the blue one is demand shock, right? So what I mean, from both of the months, we can say that actually the COVID-19 leads to the both supply and demand shock. Okay, this is example in United States. Okay. Now, let's see what happened to the economic then. Okay, because you know the growth of the active sector is negative, mean will affect to the economic growth. Absolutely, right? Okay, then let's see. This example of the economic recession. I mean in the condition of European Union. Okay, and European Union, that's the on average that's the economic growth is fall more than 8% in 2020. Okay, and you can see from the graph also the data for its country. From this data, then the highest one is the Italy. Okay, we can see that is the almost minus than 12. Okay, European Union is almost 8, and then Eurozone is like almost the 8, and UK, then you can Portugal, France, Croatia, Spain, and Italy. This is example that's COVID-19 lead to the economic recession in some European country. And remember, this is the developed country, not developing country. Why is the COVID so worse for the economic? Because I said because the COVID leads to the both supply and demand shock. It's different, totally different than previous recession, previous economic shock. Okay, now let's discuss what happened to our Indonesian country. Okay, this is important. Okay, this is economic growth in 2020. Okay, and actually we have negative, and we have a negative kind of growth for the gross domestic product consecutively. I mean Q1, Q2 mean that United World Bank defined that if a country with negative economic growth for 2 quarters consecutively, then mean we can define that the country face the recession. Okay, and in Indonesia we can see for the Q1, the first quarter, our economic growth is minus 2.41. Okay, and the Q2 is minus 4.19. But we got rebound in the Q3. This is to be positive 5.05. Okay, and when we see the each sector, mean like household consumption, this is based on the expenditure component. We can see the household consumption expenditure is growth minus in the beginning, and the first quarter is minus 1.99, and but then jump to the minus 6.53, and we know that for every country that consumption is the biggest part of the GDP. So when the consumption is the growth of consumption is minus 6.55, then we can see. Then finally we have the minus, the economic growth is minus 4.19. Okay, and we can also, if you want to see in detail like food, this is household consumption consists of many: food, clothing, household, health and education, transportation, communication, restaurant, hotel, and others. We can see this is the Q1 actually in the beginning of the COVID-19. So the impact of COVID-19, the beginning is maybe it's not worse, but when we move to the Q2, right? This is that's the COVID started. We can see that our economic growth is have a highest. I mean we have the minus, the highest minus of the economic growth, like from minus 2 to the minus 4. But you can see also, see what is the biggest component of this recession. is actually come from the government in the beginning is minus 44, then to be positive 22, and the consumption minus 1 to be minus 1.99 to be minus 6.53, and then export is minus 3.8 to be minus 12.83. And import goods also increase for minus 11 to be minus 14. And what can see from this this picture, that's actually the COVID-19, the beginning might be the impact is so quite small, but when we move to the second quarter, then we have the worst condition because the economic growth is minus 4.19. But then the government tried to design how to recovery from the economy. We can see then from the quarter third, so third quarter we can see that quarter 3 we have everything is positive except the import goods and services. See, then finally we have the positive economic growth is 5.05. So in the second quarter, the government designed some economic policy to recover our economy from the COVID. Then later on we are going to discuss. Then the important we can see that's the government, from in the second quarter already have the positive growth from minus 44 jump to the 22. Then in the third quarter the government expenditure to be 16. This is, we can see from this component, this is the biggest growth is the government consumption. Why? Because I said before, COVID create both of them, supply side or supply shock and demand shock. So like when we back to the theory of the Keynes, right? The Keynes, when we have the economic recession, then the important thing is the government expenditure, because when the private sector cannot recover in themselves, then the only way to protect the economy come from the government. The government have the money, the government can create the money, then the government can support the economy. That's why this is, and another word that's based on the Keynesian theory, if we have economic recession, mean we have solution by using what we call as demand side, not supply side. Demand side, why? Because this is come from the government. Government give money to the society. If we see, for example, in I don't know about the Malaysia, but Indonesia back to the 98, that government have a bailout some company, especially for the commercial bank. Government support money, bail out some fund to protect the conventional bank, because before we don't have I think we don't have many Islamic bank. The government bail out the fund almost like 900 trillion rupiah. If also when we back to the 2008, if you remember the economic crisis in United States, same thing. U.S. government have fund bail out some company because this company almost collapsed. So what I mean that when we have economic problem, economic recession from either one supply side or demand side or both of them. So the important in this case is the government. What we call is the demand side. So to recovery our economy using the demand side. Let's see the more detail, the policy. Then this is the another impact. I'm sorry, this is too small, I think. Yeah. Sorry, but this is the unemployment rate in Indonesia. We have 35 provinces. I'm sorry. But we can see this is in February. This is the beginning of the. Thank you. The beginning of the shock COVID, our employment rate only 4.94%. This is, I think, open unemployment rate. But then in August, when we have the COVID, then we have the unemployment rate is 7.07. Yeah, because we have economic growth, mean that's then we'll create the high unemployment rate. And but any provinces have different employment rates. But you know, some provinces in the main island, this is in Java Island, the unemployment rate is higher than the other provinces. We can see, for example, in the special region of Jakarta, and from 5 to be 10, right? Then from West Java, 5 to be 7 to be, I think 5 also, yeah, 5 to be 10, and from the Central Java also, 7 to be 10. What we can conclude is because the Java Island is the main island and this is the most developed area, and there's a lot of the economic activities concentrated in Java Island, then we can see then the biggest problem for the unemployment rate is the Java Island as the main island. Okay, and the other I think is less than 10%. Also you see Banten, if you see the Banten province, same. This is Banten is located in the Java Island. So who get the worst condition is the Java Island as the main island in Indonesia. Okay, what time we have? 10 minutes, okay. Next, okay, the important thing also, let's see the poverty rate. Okay. We can see, I compare 2019 and 2020. Can see this. I'm sorry, we don't have the latest data to September 2020, but we can see. For example, the urban area, okay, in March 2019 is 6.69, then jump to the 7.38. Okay. Then rural, this is interesting, that's 12.85 to be 12.42, and the rural areas less than the March 2020 is less than the March 2019. But the total rural and urban, we have an increase in the poverty rate, right, from 9.41 to be 9.78. So from this, in economic macro, right? In economic macro, we can see what is the indicator for the macroeconomics. One is economic growth. The second is the unemployment, right? So from these two indicators, we can see that COVID-19 leads to the worst condition. Economic growth is negative, and also we have the high unemployment rate. This is the impact of the COVID-19. Now the question is how government, set up the policy to eliminate, to recover our economy from the COVID-19. Okay, let's move on to next. Okay, I mentioned before in the beginning that when we have economic shock, we have economic recession, that the important thing is the contribution of the government. That's why I said before is what we call is demand side. Because the only sector have the money, the only party have the money is the government. Because government create the money. Right? Government can print the money. Yeah, doesn't matter whether this is from the government or whether the central bank, but the government can create the money, government have funds, so the government can support the economy. Okay, let's example for our Indonesian case. Okay, government lends the money about 500 trillion rupiah. Okay, so government have I said 400 trillion rupiah, and 400 trillion rupiah come from for the health sector 75 trillion, for the cash transfer is 110 trillions, tax incentives 70.1 trillion, economic recovery 150 trillions. So the important thing you can see, the highest is the economic recovery, right? 150 trillion. But the important thing also is the cash transfer. When we have the demand shock, mean that the consumer cannot have the money to buy goods and services because the purchasing power of the consumer is decreasing. That's why the best way for the government to increase the demand side is, give the cash transfer, give money to the society. Okay, and this has happened also in the 98 when the government also has cash transfer. And many research shown that cash transfer is more effective than other policy, economic policy to recover from the economic shock. Actually, the simple, if the government gave the money, mean government can create the income, right? Government can increase the purchasing power of the society. So the cash transfer, that's why cash transfer is number second. Okay. And the economic recovery is usually related to also not only the demand shock, also the supply shock. Okay. So the economic recovery, this is, maybe you can read detail. This is related to how to support the producer. Okay. This is what we call is also the demand supply side. Okay. Next. Okay, we have also the monetary policy. Okay, and my concern is about the interest rate. Okay, when we have what is interest rate? Interest rate is the cost of money. Okay, mean if the interest rate high, mean the cost of money is expensive, so people don't want to invest their money in the business. Okay, we can see from this is central bank rates from January 2018 to July 2020. Okay, now when we see from the picture that in the beginning is the central bank interest rate is more than 4%. Okay, then because we have the good economic condition, then government increase the central bank rate till 6%, then government maintain it to be 6% for some months. Then because of the economic recession in the world, then government reduce the central bank rate. That finally, because of the COVID-19, then the last one is the government then have the central bank only 4%. So and this is the lower than the beginning of the January 2018. This is the way that government to support the supply side. Okay, supply side, because when interest rate is low, mean the cost of fund is low, then people want to invest their money in the real sector. This is so important. Okay, any time when you see the economic recession, that usually government support by using the easy money policy. One of them is the interest rate. Okay, and lastly, before we finish it, the important thing also actually, back to this. Okay, back to this. Okay, the important thing, if this is only the money, this is the money that we have anticipate to the negative effect. As long as the COVID still exists, this is maybe we still have the worst economic condition. This one, the important thing, it's actually is how to we have to find the vaccine. Okay, but so far I'm not sure why is in the international society they don't work together to find the vaccine. Actually, my idea is we have ASEAN association, right? I think it's better among the country, have the joint research how to find the vaccine. Yeah, this is more important. Yeah, why? Because if the COVID still exists, we cannot recover our economy because we'll create supply and demand sides. supply shock and demand shock. That's why if we cannot find vaccine, then people believe that vaccine will protect our health from this kind of diseases. Then we can, everyone can, believe. Then everyone can go to the office. Everyone can, buy offline at something like that. So the important thing I think is, in this case, is not only how to anticipate the impact of the COVID. The important is proactive. We have to find vaccine. So if we can find vaccine, then we can, end about the COVID-19. Okay, I think this is my presentation. We can discuss, Mr. Fasa. Okay.
Very much for your presentation. It's very good presentation. It's very comprehensive, especially for the Indonesian economic condition. You previously mentioned about that the government already issue, or like cash transfer, and like for the health policy, and the number is quite high, 900 trillion rupiah. So my question is very simple: how the government get the money?
I said before, jadi, okay. This is might be, we have to tell behind this story, right? Actually, I believe that the government print the money, because the only party can have the money is government, because the only party can create the money is government. But this come from the central bank. Many things, not only in Indonesia, in any country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means the government print the money, even though they said like issuing a bond for 50 years, but actually what was happening or is happening is printing the money only.
I think issuing the bond, the same thing. Like if you issuing the bond, nobody can have money, right? But the domestic society or the foreign society, right? If you sell the bond to under the country, how can they buy? Because they have the same problem.
Okay. So if it is printing money, so how is the long run effect from that?
Yeah, when we see from the microeconomic theory, in the long run, if we have a lot of, if you print a lot of money, might be the problem is about the inflation. Yeah.
So the inflation will be getting higher.
Yeah,
right.
But we see because, when we see, sorry, I forgot to give the data about inflation. Actually, inflation during the COVID is low.
Yeah.
Because it's simple. Like inflation is like come from the supply side, the demand side, right?
Yeah.
If the supply side is, the demand side is low because people have no money, then maybe the inflation is still low because
still low.
The problem is come from the supply side, right? Because producer cannot produce goods and services, the supplies move the livelihoods, then will increase the price. But the problem also is the demand is also low. So that's why the inflation is low, because the purchasing power of the society is low.
Okay, because maybe like the purchasing power of the society is lower. So maybe with 900 trillion rupiah in terms of the policy from the government, how do you analyze the effectiveness of this policy today?
Yeah, I'm very sad because one of our ministry, did corruption related to the cash transfer.
Okay.
Yeah, this when you ask me about the effectiveness, this is the bad in our country. Okay, sometimes because believe or not, because we don't have the good data. Like the Ministry of Education also give the money, to like us as a lecturer, but they just pick up the data from my opinion is in the quote and quote is wrong data. So many of us actually, like the governor said, if you have your income, monthly income only 5 million, right? So you get the money from the government during the COVID-19. What would happen? Many of us, we get cash transfer from the government because they pick up the wrong data. Yeah. Actually, honestly, our salary, not me, maybe Mas Fasa is still, not is more than 5 million, but because we have not have a good data, that's why the government then have the wrong data, then we give the money from the not in the right person, but maybe in the
yeah. So I guess like problem of the data and as well as the corruption doesn't only happen in Indonesia, but mostly in developing countries.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
quite sad fact or evidence. So Pak Agus, so the logic is like this: the government already spent a lot of money. 900 trillion is not small money; it's very big, right? Especially like you said, printing money or maybe issuing a bond. So it means that in the next year or the next decades or next 2 years, right? The government, after issuing the bond, they have to return the money, but in the another side, they have to boost economic growth, right? So do you think that after COVID-19 ends, for example, let's imagine it's in 2021, right? Do you think that like deforestation will massively happen to open the infestation from foreign people to invest in Indonesia, especially in palm oil, right? What do you think about that?
Okay, back to our main discussion actually about the green economic. Right? We know that we are a tropical country. We have a lot of forests. One of the important thing is actually when we go to the agricultural sector, the most important sector is the palm oil, right? And because palm oil is grow well in a tropical country, right? Like Indonesia, Malaysia, and we have a lot of forests. The problem is, okay, with the omnibus law. Omnibus law, what it mean is, I said, so everything, everything law. I mean, related to anything. This way, at least, it's the highest law relating to the economy. Okay. Yeah, we believe that, for example, if then with the omnibus law, then there is I think what call is soft policy regarding to the environmental issue. Maybe I believe, right, there's many then want to exploit our country to to have a lot of the palm oil area. Mean what is then we have a lot of deforestation, right?
Yeah.
This is the problem. If we concern, I believe, because the palm oil is the main what is comparative advantage our country, right? I believe then people then want to invest this money in this area because the Indonesia is the biggest producer of the palm oil.
Okay.
And the demand of palm oil, I think for the next few years, I think is so high because we can use a lot of palm oil for any kind of economic purposes.
So you mean actually the moment is not only about COVID, it is because of the new regulation, which is omnibus law, right? So after COVID-19, especially because the government already spent a lot of money, maybe deforestation will massively happen in the future, right?
Yeah, the simple thing, that's when we have a lot of money. Actually, back to the 98, right, when we have also the economic crisis 98, we have spent like 900 trillion rupiah.
900 trillion, 1998.
Yeah, 600 trillion rupiah to support our domestic bank. The same thing now we have, you said, officially the government said that's only 400 something, right?
Yeah.
But and the latest news that say the government increased to be 900 trillion, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If next time, if for example when the COVID end, finish, done, the COVID done, then might be using the omnibus law, and then government to want to attract the foreign investor to come to country. And I believe one of the sector that government give the facilities about the related to the agriculture sector, because the only comparative advantage that we have.
Okay, so it is like it has any negative relationship, economic growth and environment issue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I would like to give the opportunity for the audience to ask. Maybe can you show, the picture of the audience that are going to ask, maybe like in the screen of Zoom, maybe. Okay, or maybe you can spotlight Malaysian student from USIM or UPM that are going to share in terms of the economic condition in Malaysia as well as the green economic issue. Maybe, right? Just randomly spotlight is okay. I just want to tag to keep in touch with the audience. Okay, anyone? Maybe just spotlight it randomly. Okay, randomly, maybe from USIM or UPM is okay. Just pin it, one of them maybe, it's okay. Man or woman is okay. Okay, the operator, can you help me? Spotlight one of the participants.
Hello, good morning. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, good morning.
Can I wait? Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
my name is Rosli. I'm from USIM, University of Science Islam Malaysia,
Excuse me, your name is Rusli?
Baiduri.
Okay, Baiduri, okay.
Rosli. Okay. So I just want to share the economic in Malaysia. So it is true that the unemployment rate is increasing drastically since most of the company would like to decrease their workers. So what everyone can do right now is variety our career, start new things. But sir, can I ask you one question?
It's okay. You can ask or maybe you
Okay.
can share, it's okay.
About what you say before, how did government get money? And Professor Agus said that the government may print the money. So it is true that government can print, because I thought that the central bank or it is a long term to do that work.
Okay, before I ask it to Pak Agus, can I ask you again? I mean, like, do you know what is the economic policy from the Malaysian government to tackle the COVID issue?
Not so many.
Not so many. Like what? Is it same as Indonesia or maybe have different policy maybe?
I don't have take a look about that really, but I just but when I hear the question and the answer, I just start figuring out really how the government can print the money out. That's how. That
Okay.
is what I think actually.
Okay. Okay, that is the question. I think it is quite same with my question before, but I think it is more need more explanation about that.
Okay. Thank you for your question. Okay. Good morning. Hello, Malaysia.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello. Okay. Okay. I said before, the government launched the money like 400 trillion, right? In this case, the government issued the bond. Who buy the bond? This is the central bank. This why this actually it's not directly printing money. Then when the central bank buy the bond, how come they get money? Right? The same thing, right? It's printing the money, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because actually not directly print. Actually, the first if we see the policy, that's the government needs the money like 400 trillion rupiah. Okay. Then the government issue the bond. Yeah. Then who will buy the bond is the central bank. Yeah. Same thing in my opinion. Yeah. Central bank create the money,
Right.
printing the money.
So it is like issuing the money from the right pocket and it will be in the left pocket.
Yeah. The same thing, right?
Okay. So the buyer mostly coming from central bank.
Yeah. The
When
buyer is from
government
the central
Oh.
bank.
the bond. Right.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Clear. Thank you.
Okay. So it is same, right? So that's why maybe you said that it
Okay,
might
clear. Thank you so
trigger
much.
the
Okay, I have
inflation. Okay,
noted
thank
this.
you, sisters. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone who wants to ask to Professor Agus maybe? From USIM or UPM again or even UEE is okay. If you want to ask directly because I don't get the... Okay, sorry. Aldi, can you speak louder maybe? Because maybe it has a problem
Sorry,
in
I
terms
cannot
of the
hear you.
connection.
Okay, sorry. Is it clear
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so how can we ensure public procurement drive innovation, inclusivity, and sustainability? As most of the COVID-19 recovery plan that has been announced by government, especially in Indonesia, PPH PPH reduction 30% for certain sectors and KITE policies. In your perspective, Mr. Agus, has the government, through its policies, shows an effective decision to use to this opportunity, or is it this just a strategic function, only an administrative function of government?
Okay.
Okay, maybe that's all for me.
Okay. Do you get the point, Pak Agus?
I'm not clear, you know.
Okay, so I got maybe the point from that, if I'm not mistaken, is about the innovation, right? So do you think that the government, when they're issuing any policy to tackle the COVID-19 issue, it is just only formality or administration tasks, or it is really occur in the real sector that the government really do the policy itself? And how about the innovation, right? During the COVID-19, how the government, perform the policy itself with new way because it is COVID-19.
Okay. Actually, in the beginning of the COVID-19, actually the government don't believe that COVID will, COVID will come to our country, right? So that's why we have like economic policy to attract the foreign tourists to come to our country, and then we have like discount, flat discount for to the foreigner, and this is the problem in the beginning. Okay, but later on that the government believe that COVID is exists. Then the government then actually honestly we have the regulation related to the like kind of diseases, right? It's kind of pandemic, but unfortunately, government don't apply this kind of the policy. Why? Because this is costly. Because if the government, I don't remember exactly what's kind of the regulation. It's, I think 2018 when President Jokowi signed up this kind of the policy. When the government, like the simple thing is like lockdown, right? This is actually, we have the policy regarding to the like lockdown. But the problem is when we have lockdown, what kind of policy? So the government has to have a lot of money, right? Government have a lot of money. Because when government choose the lockdown, what happened? The government have to provide any kind of the basic need of the society. Okay. But this why, and then government want to adjust by what they call is like, I don't know what they call it, like, it's not clear lockdown, but why? Because the important is this one. Important because we don't have money.
Okay.
Yeah. Then actually this one, the policy regarding to the COVID is not effective in our country.
Okay.
Till now, right? In other country, maybe they can recover in their economy quickly, but we have the problem until now. Even though I mentioned before in the third quarter, we have the positive. Our economy is better than the second quarter. Yeah, this is because related to the kind of the economic policy that government policy put fiscal policy and the monetary policy. Like the important thing I said is in this case is about cash transfer. This is important,
right?
Because when we have economic crisis, people can have money, people can have the ability to pay goods and services. That's why the better is to give the money to the society. So then we can increase the demand side. Okay. Okay. This is the important thing. But like mentioned, might be somewhat is not effective because our one of our ministry responsibility to our COVID-19 is corruption. Right? The money is corrupted.
Okay. Sadly said that.
Yeah, this is the problem. Okay, but the important thing is what is our strategy in this case? What the government should be. I said before that the important thing is actually the money that we give to the society, the money that we spend. This is just to anticipate it. not too proactive. I mean, it's better for us, like, we focus how to find the vaccine. This is the important thing. Because if the COVID, if the vaccine cannot, vaccine, we have no vaccine, what happened? Yeah, COVID still exists, right? The important is the COVID, we can have the vaccine, then COVID automatically is done, right? Then economy can recover well, quickly, I believe. That's why I said before, why, international society, don't work together to build up, like, to concern about this COVID, then they can find the vaccine, then from this vaccine, then we can recover our economy quickly. This is the important. I'm not sure. Like we have WHO, right? Same thing, right? So and it's simple. In my opinion, simple. Like WHO, as every member give the money, then the WHO, have a research and development to find the vaccine to end this kind of diseases.
Yeah. So it means in economics, it doesn't work only economics, but also like political issue,
I think
social issue, right? It works together, including like.
I think the important thing is how to finish the COVID-19, not how to give the money to anticipate the. As long as the COVID still exists, economic recession, still exists.
So actually, how long the government will be still able to give money, in your prediction?
Yeah, I think it's like you said, that 900 trillion is too big.
Too big.
Yeah, I believe, because the government believes that next year we have vaccine, then we can recover our economy quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope, I hope that might be next year, the COVID-19 is done, then we can recover our economy quickly.
Okay. Aldi?
I'm sorry, because I cannot hear you clearly.
It's not really clear, actually, but
sorry,
I just, get what you talk. I do my best, actually, to understand what is your questions. Aldi.
Okay, thank you. So maybe I can assume that some of article that we have been read about policies itself, I think is cannot avoid a shock in future, because basically there's no standard that can reflect the solution to the problem that will be faced later. So maybe that's all I can assume. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Because when we talk about the economy or problem like COVID-19, it's very complex. Not only economics, it can be health issue or political issue, especially for developing countries, it's like corruptions and the data itself. So Pak Agus, actually we still have 3 minutes. So sorry, it's very short discussion. Could you please to give your closing statement for this discussion?
Okay. This economic recession because of COVID-19 actually worse than the previous economic recession, because mostly the previous recession come from this demand side, demand shock. COVID-19 leads to the supply and demand shock. The same makes the economic growth is worse. Okay, and the important thing to recover our economy is from both sides, both supply and demand side. And the important thing is, in many cases, when we want to increase our demand side, the important is like cash transfer. This is important, because cash transfer can increase the purchasing power of the society. And the second, also supply side from the central bank, because to support our producer, so the government must reduce the interest rate in order to reduce the cost of the fund. And the important thing, the third one, we have to back to our case. The problem is the COVID-19. As long as we can, and we can finish can have a vaccine, then everything is done. Right? Everything is done. I mean, because the problem may come from COVID-19. If we can find the vaccine, then the COVID-19 is done.
Okay.
Then economy will come back to the normal condition.
Okay, so the point is address the COVID-19 issue first.
Yeah.
Then think about economic recovery.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So thank you, Pak Agus, for
Yeah.
this opportunity. So actually, we'll already end discussion for the first discussion today. It is only 1 hour, a very short discussion. I believe that the discussion will not end or maybe finish the issue. It is just to trigger our intellectuality to open up and to give more solution about the issue, especially for the COVID-19, environmental issue, and economic growth, for example. So hopefully after this you can discuss with your friends, with the brothers and sisters coming from UPM, UE, and USIM together in the breakout forum. And I will finish this first discussion with Hamdalah, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Again, Pak Agus, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you to our inspiring speaker, Mr. Agus Widarjono, and the great moderator, Mr. Faza. The next agenda is focus group discussion session. To all the participants from UII, USIM, and UPM, we will place you into 3 breakout rooms. So please accept the invitation on your Zoom screen.
All right. For but
we still need the other participants to join. Uh, if you have friends that not already accept these breakout rooms, you can tell them to directly accept these breakout rooms. And we will start the discussions after all of the participants already enter these breakout rooms. And once again, I remind you to open your camera in these sections, and hopefully you can be active in these discussions agenda. And first of all, maybe I will introduce myself first. In these sections, in this focus group discussions sections, I'll be the moderator for these discussions. I'm from UII. My name is Fajar Iskansyah. You can call me Fajar. I'm from 2000 student from UII 2018, major management. So I will guide and lead these discussions. Actually, our discussions topic same with the webinar, with the previous webinar, which is the green economy post-COVID, designing ASEAN's economic recovery strategy. Actually, this is not really formal section. It is real, just informal. So yeah, don't be shy and just feel free if you have an opinion on, or you have anything we want to discuss with our friends here, because we have the student from USIM, student from UPM, and also UII. You can share your experience and your opinion there regarding to the Malaysia's and also in Indonesia. You can exchange your thought about this topic. But before I start, we're still waiting our friends to join this breakout room, because we only have 13 participants, including me, which is really a little. So we need to wait the other participants to enter these breakout rooms. So just feel free to discuss in this section, guys. Thank you. So here we have Rizna Nur from UEE, and also Amira Alda from UII, and also there are Agalia. Hello, Agalia from UPM. You can give the greeting to our friends, maybe.
hi everyone, I'm Alia
Hello,
from
Agalia.
UPM.
Hello. And here's also Nurul Izati from USIM. Nurul Izati, are you here? Oh, maybe.
Hi, I'm Nuri
Hello, Nurul Izati.
Yusim.
And here also we have Novia Alifa Putri from UEE. You can maybe greeting your friends, but Novia.
Actually, my name is Noviza.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that.
Good morning, guys. I'm from UII.
I'm sorry, Mbak Noviza. Hello, Mbak Noviza. And we still
Hi.
have two participants there. We have Mas Jauhar Ramadhani from UEE. Hello, Mas Jauhar, sorry. Okay. We have Umar Rashid. Umar Rashid, hello.
Hi, hello.
Shit. Hello guys, hear me? Shit. I'm sorry guys, technical problem. Okay, here's actually there are 21 participants already, including me. So I will introduce myself first, and I will open this discussions first. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. Hello, everyone from UPM, from UIA, and also USIM, and from MO. The green, which is the green economy post COVID 19, designing ASEAN's economic recovery strategy. Hello, test.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry for leaving you guys. Actually, I have the bad connections, and I hope this actually already solved. So I will start these discussions. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. friends from UII, from UPM, and also from USIM. So I will be the guider and to these discussions. And if the discussions go widely, and I will make it more same with the line, which is our topic that I told before. Understand ya guys, everyone? And I hope you can open your camera first to show your beautiful and handsome face maybe. And don't be shy in these sections. Actually, it is informal sections, not really formal. So just share your thought with these discussions. Okay, ready guys? Hello? Actually, we have 63 participants here. And I hope you can open your camera. Hello, you can hear me? Okay. Just don't be shy, guys. Maybe I will give some greetings to our friends from USIM. Hello, our friends from USIM. How's
Hello.
there? How's there?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I will start these discussions. I hope you guys understand what I told before. And if you have the questions regarding to the rules of these discussions, you can directly ask to me on chat, or maybe you can directly open your cam and your turn on your microphones and directly ask to me. So, regarding to our topic, a green economic post-COVID-19, designing ASEAN's economic recovery strategy. I will give the questions, and I hope you can share your talk regarding to my questions. Uh, so, regarding to this topic, a green economic, do you think that? Oh, okay, Mbak Vina. Do you think that the green economic in this today in nowadays is really important for the countries to implement this concept? And do you have any thought regarding to the green economic concept for the business in today's and also for the future? Maybe you can share your thought. Just open your camera and open your microphones. Maybe you have an experience regarding to the green economic. You can directly just answer it. Maybe Mbak Noviza.
Okay. In my opinion, green economy is banyak, especially for Indonesia. I don't know in Malaysia. I'm not sure in Malaysia. Deciding for recession in Indonesia, the best thing can we do is by the local product. Because the local product,
Sorry, Mbak Noviza. Can you repeat? I'm sorry. My connection, I think. Hello, Mbak Noviza. Unmute first, maybe.
Okay. Last time I said the local product, because the local product we can improve our domestic economy. So it's the best way for the green economy post of the COVID-19. It
I
is
see.
from me. Yeah.
Do you have any example that the business already implement this green economic, maybe, Mbak Noviza?
Actually, I have the business about the local product.
What is
This
that?
is the original about fashion. I was building. I still building since 2019. It is original from Bantul, Yogyakarta.
Oh, that's interesting actually. Uh, and it is the 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 raw of the fashion, the raw of the business that you said before. It is eco green friendly for the environment.
Can you repeat?
It is eco green, the raw material of your product. It is eco green for the environment here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you get my questions?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Actually, not all of my product that of green economy, but some of the materials is the green economy. It's like that. We use the synthetic leathers for my product.
That's quite interesting actually. And maybe our friends from USIM, you can share your talk regarding to the green economic. Maybe Mbak Nakib from USIM. Hello, Mbak Nakib, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mbak
You,
Nakibah. Yeah.
yeah. You can call me Nukma.
Nukma, okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I call you Mbak Nukma?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Actually, I just want to share my opinion because of as we know, if we want to apply implement the green economy, I think we is increasing a cost because of if I give example, such as if we want to produce something that using a plastic, so we have to change the plastic to something that more, a green economy because of the plastic is not. So I think that to produce some product that using green economy is expensive um, because of what my group a few weeks ago about the green products. We use biodegradable plastic, so we have to export it we have to buy it from overseas. So I think that is really expensive. So I don't know. So I just want you guys' opinion about this. So how we want to implement that because of it's expensive. That's all.
Thank you, Mbak Nukma, for your sharing. Actually, it is quite interesting because, yeah, we know that the the cost if we want to implement the green economic is not small. It's really costly. That like Mbak Nukma said before, it is expensive. And maybe guys from the others, our participants, you can share your thought regarding to this problems, which is we have to implement this green economic, but it is quite expensive. So what should we do regarding to this problem? It is really it is worth it if we implement the green economic, but with the expensive spending, is it worth it if we do that? Maybe you can share your thought here from UPM, maybe. Hello guys from UPM, maybe Agalia.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Do you get my questions, Agalia? You can.
Can you
So
repeat again?
I can call you Agalia, right?
Yes, can.
Okay. So can you please open your cam first?
Wait a second.
So thank you. So regarding to Mbak Nukma from USIM answers that she said that if we implement the green economic, but it is really costly, which is the materials really expensive that they have to buy it in overseas. Is it worth? Do you have any suggestion regarding to that problem, or you can just buy with expensive to implement the green economic? Is it worth it for you if we implement that thing? Do you get my question? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Thank
it's
you.
worth because instead of using chemical products, we can use green economic products in a high, what do you call it, expensive product, expensive implements, so that we can get a good impact on our economics. So I think it is worth.
So you agree that it is okay if we buy it expensive, but the impact of that product is really beneficial for us.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Harm for the environment.
Yes.
So what do you think about that? When they are profit oriented, but they don't care about the environment.
Mm, I think for now, a company needs to balance between three bottom line models. Uh, because a company right now has a CSR division, right? If I'm not wrong,
Yes, CSR,
to
corporate
to
social
um
responsibilities.
to 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 care about the environment sector.
Okay, if there is no representative, we will discuss it first. So each of you will pay attention to our discussion, and I will uh, choose randomly in the last session.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Is there any one of you guys first who want to share about your opinion? Which one should be our priority? Whether it is planet, people, or profit?
Can I start first?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So for me, between these three, the most important is planet. If we have a good planet, we can have a good people. If we have a good people, we can create more profit. So that's how the flow and the circulative will work, and everyone will have a mutual profit, mutual win-win situation. So that's for me. Thank you.
Okay, I see. So planet first, then people and profit.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any other opinion, guys? Maybe the same with Baiduri or it is different?
Hold on, I want to ask something. Are we talking about sustainable business during COVID pandemic or outside this situation?
Actually, we talk about the, especially in COVID-19, but in general, also we can discuss it here about the sustainable business, but we specifically more specific in COVID-19.
Okay, I see.
How about your opinion, Asa, in which one should be our priority?
If we're talking about during COVID-19, maybe having cash flow, profit is still the number one thing, because at least we still can survive since, am I clear enough?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Oh yeah, since if we're talking about the planet, the business environment is very not stable because of the COVID-19. So we still have to outperform the people by still having cash flow while people are struggling to have cash inflow. So that's what I think.
And
Okay.
Also, the people is not really helpful, because if we have too much employees and people involved in our business, it will just make a new problem, like inefficiency and ineffectiveness. So maybe there will be so many costs that will spent by the company, rather than, we try our best to have cash inflow rather than cash outflow. So I think profit is still number one, while people are still struggling to have money to have profit. So that's what I think.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, I see. So the first one, during the pandemic situation, it's profit, right?
Yes.
Then is it followed by planet, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe you can explain more about the second step or the second priority?
Yeah, if we have if we still have if we still able to generate profit, the environment will follow us, because we have the power compared to the others. So we control the environment like that in this pandemic situation. That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Asa and Baiduri, for the insight. Maybe Baiduri want to give opinion, or will reply the Asa opinion.
Oh, just now I just say I totally agree with the statement, because everyone needs money in today's situation. Everyone needs money in order to create a stable or more green economy. Also need money to take care of the planet. Also need money, and everything needs money. So that's true. We need the profit.
I see. So maybe if I can conclude between your two opinion, if it is normal situation, then we will prioritize planet, people, and profit. But if it is in this pandemic situation, we will need money first, or profit, then planet, followed by people. Are you guys agree? Or maybe any other opinion from the other students? Yeah, Nurul?
As for me, people is the most important, because people must change its attitude first, and then planet, followed by profit. Because we must change the attitude. If we have the, why is my voice is like?
I know, yeah. I also sound like that while I'm talking, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We must change people's attitude first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so that we have to sustainable economy. Like in Malaysia, the government gives an incentive like moratorium. Have you ever heard about moratorium? Sophia?
I haven't, I guess.
Moratorium is like the government gives customers time to not to pay for the loan, and
I see.
And the money can use to buy our essential product, or we can save it to mitigate the economic recession and economic shocks. After that, and so that we can gain the profit for the business, for SME, and or like UFM. Do you get me?
Yeah, I get you.
Why is my voice?
I get the explanation.
I heard
maybe
my voice saying 2 times.
Or maybe because I am opening this microphone, maybe. But I can understand you clearly, your explanation. Thank you, Nurul. Is there any someone that is disagree with Nurul opinion, or maybe Baiduri opinion, or Asa opinion. So we have 3 different arrangement here. The first is planet, people, and profit. The second is profit, planet, and people. And the last one is people, planet, and profit. So it's all of them are different, yeah. Maybe any of you want to share your experience? Maybe some of you have experienced this kind of situation about sustainable business, or maybe each of you, several of you have business that is in sustainable way or process. You can share, guys, your experience. From UPM, I guess. Or maybe before going to the more deeper discussion about it, I will ask a basic question first. Do you think that sustainable business is important? Okay, and why is that? Sustainable business. Should we, as if we have a company, imagine that you have a company, will you have a sustainable process of your company, such as considering the profit, people, and planet, or just running for one line, maybe only for profit, like that? Is it important to consider the other factors, that is planet and people? And why? Maybe from UPM. I see here we have Edwin. Can you share your opinion? Or any volunteer maybe? Okay guys, the other students, maybe the one that opened the camera. I see Emilia. It's okay, you can share your opinion about whether it is important or not to consider these 3 bottom line if you have a company. Let's imagine that we have a company, okay?
For me, of course, it is important to consider about the 3 bottom line, because if we just selling, people would not like the way we sell only. Because if we take care of the environment, people would see that we are environmentally friendly, right? And the people view on us would actually bring money for us at the end. So I think, of course, we need to consider the 3 bottom line. Thank you.
Okay, actually, me personally agree with Emilia opinion, since I have researched before about the studies in sustainable business. So according to Edelman, 68% global consumers remain loyal to a brand that practices form of social responsibility, since it will develop their pride inside the people who support their business. Okay, do you guys get what I mean? So it can trigger consumer loyalty. And also we have a research from Nielsen 2015 that it is stated that 66% global consumer willing to pay products from brand which commit to a positive social and environmental impact. So actually, considering about these 3 P bottom line is not have no disadvantage at all, even though it has more outflow, or we need more outflow or capital, but in the end, it will benefit us all, the environment, our profit itself, and also all the people or the community around the company. Do you guys agree, or I haven't heard the disagree opinion? Maybe some of you disagree. It's okay, guys, since it is the discussion, we have no wrong and right answer. Okay, maybe I would like to hear from the boys. From UII, maybe Imam.
Yes, Mbak.
Okay. How do you think, Imam, is it important to consider, and is there any disadvantage of considering this 3P bottom line?
I think for consider three of the aspect like planet, profit, and people is very important for our company, because when we want to sell our product we send the value of our product itself. By implementing the sustainable business itself, it's like a value of our product itself that can make a people want to buy our product because our product have a value itself. So when we already have a value, profit is more easy to make for our company. We can set the profit is 50% for this year and 20% for next year and so on, because the loyalty of the company, the loyalty of the customer itself already made by our product itself like that. But
Okay, I see. Yeah, I totally agree with the opinion. So by having the strong brand value, it will make us easier to get profit. Okay. Maybe those who have stated the opinion before, such as Beduri, Asa, and also Nurul, about which one should be our priority. After hearing this kind of discussion, do you guys change your opinion, or still stay with your opinion?
Me, Baiduri, I changed my opinion. I refer to the third person. Siapa nama? From USIM student. This is about the most priority is the people. It is because of, if we are referring to basic management, there are 5M that is important in order to create anything. And man, machine, material, method, and money. All of these things are important. Same here. People, profit, and planet. It's all important. But if we have the good attitude, and attitude is success, we have the good attitude, we have the good ideology, we have a great how to connect with the people, we can create everything that we want. And we can take care, we can create anything. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, I see. So the attitude matters, yeah. Okay, maybe the other students will, after hearing this short discussion, you can maybe have additional insight or other knowledge, maybe. I would like to hear for the boys again. Is there any volunteer? Or those who have talked but their opinion can point your friend, guys.
If Desi is not here, I'm hoping from another participants to be more active and to conclude and to share our discussion with other breakout rooms in the front stage. Maybe from Hani Fadila.
Before that, Nabila, I think what Umur said just now, even though nowadays people want to be more environment friendly for their business, but there's still a lot of things to tackle to make the business eco-friendly. I mean, there's a lot of things like, from the production process. If you have already established something that is not environmental friendly, it's very hard to change it. That's what I understand from.
Oh, I see. So okay. So basically, it's environment is one of the things, the main issues, in order to make it to make other things related to the
Yeah.
profit and also the people. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, it means people really want to be environmental friendly, but it's not that easy to do it. It's like from the production process. That's what Umul said just now.
Yeah, the fact is very difficult to do
Yes,
the
yes.
environmental business. The fact.
I mean, everyone want to do it, but
All right. Yeah, it's very somehow. Somehow these situations make it easier, harder for us for making something environmental friendly like that, right?
Yes, yes.
And it's so influenced by the technologies and stuff where people try to consume a lot of things that it's really hard for making it environmental friendly. But I really appreciate for those people who tried to, even though one step or a short things like using Tumblr instead of buying the plastic bottles for drinking water. And also I appreciate the people that tried using the straw, something like that. It's a small step, but actually when people try to maintain and when people try to use that all, I believe a small step can become a bigger step. Okay, so I think that's we are running out of time. So currently we should go back to the front stage, and I'm hoping from Umul or from Hanifa or from Desi to explain with us again, once again, to conclude this discussion in the front stage. All right, yeah, is that okay?
Sorry, I don't know what's the conclusion. I think everyone has different points.
Yeah, I just mentioned that some perspectives say that people become the main aspect. We prioritize the people. Some of them prioritize the environment. So different different answer is that's okay. But before we go back to the main, I want everyone once again for opening their camera, and we will have some photo sessions. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone to open the camera first. Okay, I think everyone. Oh, from Fatir, he cannot open the camera. That's okay. All right, at least. So I'm going to count, and I'm trying to screenshot the pages. There's four background in here. So yeah, let's start from the first one. Okay, say cheese. Okay, once again. Okay. Once again, say cheese. All right. Okay, I think it's enough. All right. Let's go back to the front stage. So I would like to say thank you very much for attending this focus group discussion session. I hope that everyone's thought that have already been shared, the perspective that we heard from USIM students, from UPM students, from UE students will be beneficial and will open our mind more and more, and gain the knowledge, we exchange the knowledge about this 3P, people, planet, and profit. So that's all for me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's go back to the front stage.
Thank you, Nabila.
All right.
Thank you.
Please leave the break.
I think I think what Sabrina said before, I think she said that at the same place it has we cutting the tree and then we seeding at the same place. I mean, benihkan pokok tu at the same place. It's not recycle. Bajakan tempat yang sama, I think. Is it right, Sabina?
Okay.
How about that, Mbak Nofiza?
Yeah, got it.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. So it is quite interesting if we talk about the green economic, actually, yeah, because it is really a big issues for nowadays. And I will ask the last question, actually, regarding to the COVID-19 pandemic. Do you have any suggestions regarding to the business that can implement the green economy concepts in this situation, in this pandemic? The opportunity, what's the business opportunities that we can create, in these situations that can implement the green economic? Do you get my questions?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Mbak Sabrina.
I think my opinion is regarding this pandemic COVID-19. Most of people either in Malaysian or Indonesian use social media as their marketing to market their products. So especially for the small businesses, they usually business food industry, right? As like example, selling nasi, selling, or in Indonesian selling their viral, minuman viral in Indonesian, right? Most of Indonesian I see on TikTok. And then
Minuman what?
contoh, can I speak in Malay, right? Contoh, in Indonesia they sell boba drink. Then if we want to adapt to put the green economy concept, maybe the packaging of the boba drink itself can use the green economy concept. Like example, the straw, we can use the plastic straw rather than use the plastic straw to support the green. And then the packaging itself, either maybe we cannot use the plastic, but we can use the box or anything that we can do it as a recycle. So for the Malaysian, maybe the food itself, most of my friends sell nasi, like nasi lemak or whatever nasi with lauk, and then we can set it in the box rather than put in the plastic or in the container, the polystyrene container, because it would be menyelamatkan daripada membuang sampah merata-rata, because this thing we can use it after this, right? That's one of my opinion. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mbak Sabrina, for the great explanations. Actually, I'm sorry, guys, because we have the limited time to this discussion. Actually, it is really interesting topic if we discuss to our friends. Maybe outside this forum, you can exchange your contact number, maybe WA number or something like that. If you have the discussions outside this forum, you can ask your friend. Maybe Mbak Sabrina want to ask Mbak Noviza's number or something like that. You can ask it because we have the limited time here. So I'm sorry, actually, we have to end this discussions. So after these discussions, I chose Mbak Noviza to you can because after these sections we have the conclusions in the main room. Actually, you can share this result of these discussions to the main room to as the representative of these breakout rooms. You can share the explanations in the main room later after this section. So guys, in these rooms you can leave the room, not leave the meeting. You can go back to the main sessions, to the main rooms of these Zooms. You can click leave room on the below right, if I'm not mistaken, the blue one. You can leave room but not leave the meeting. Yeah, I repeat again, you can click leave room but not leave the meeting. Okay guys, so and I'm sorry if I have the mistake wrong or mistake behavior for you guys. That's my mistake. I'm sorry for that. And once again, for Mbak Noviza, I chose you as the representative of these breakout rooms. You can explain it in the main room later. Thank you for all participants in this breakout room. I appreciate your attention and your participations. I close. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
Everybody can leave room but not leave the meeting. Once again, you can leave room but not leave the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Fajar.
Participants that already chosen by the moderator will give the result of the discussion from the previous breakout room. Each of the representatives have 5 minutes to deliver. Now we will start from the breakout room 1. For the moderator breakout room 1, Fajar. Halo Fajar.
Hello Mbak Ulfa.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Fajar, who will be the representative from your group?
Okay, so the representative of my group as the breakout room first, we have Mbak Noviza from Universitas Islam Indonesia as our representative. Thank you.
Okay, to Mbak Noviza, the time is yours.
Okay, hello guys, I am Noviza. I'm from Universitas Islam Indonesia. Actually, we have the result for our HGD. Green economy from us is the planet. The first is people, planet, and profit. Why we choose the planet? The people is the first because the human resource can make the better for the planet, and the planet okay, this is my network. The green economy from our HGD is we choose the first is people, planet, and profit. Why we because the people, human resource, and the planet we can the natural resources also, and the profit for the business. And in Indonesia and Malaysia too, about we talk about the palm oil, that it is amazing session that
Halo, Mbak Noviza. Halo, Mbak Noviza. Sorry, we cannot hear your voice. Hello? Could you please unplug your headset? Hello?
hello.
Yeah, we cannot. Now we can
Okay.
hear your voice. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Last time that we talked about not only in Indonesia but also in Malaysia, that about how not only about the green economy but also about the natural resources in our country. The natural resources is start the beginning for the green economy. That's all.
Mbak Noviza, for the representative from breakout room 1. Next, let's take a look from the breakout room 2 for the moderator from breakout room 2. Nabila. Halo Nabila.
All right. Hi, Ulfa. So thank you.
Hi, okay, so who is the representative from your breakout room?
All right. After having discussion a lot, I'm going to send Hani Fadila for concluding what we have discussed in our breakout rooms. So to Fadila.
Okay, Fadila, the screen is yours.
Okay, my name is Hanifa Dia actually. Hello. Okay, we actually have a lot of opinion. Can you hear me? Okay. We actually have a lot of opinion. Nowadays, we know that we want to have an environmental friendly business, but it's not easy to achieve that objective. I mean, in terms of the production process or anything else that you use before this that is not eco-friendly, then it's very hard to change it, especially if you need, especially if it required a lot of money. Okay. So I think usually if the business is a beginner, I mean, you just start the business, it's you will focus with the people. You'll be people oriented, and then try to serve what the people want. Then after that, after you have established your business, then you'll go to whether the environment or the profit. So if you don't really care about the environment and you have a secure business, usually you will focus more on profit. So it actually depends on the business. which part of 3P that you want to focus more. That's what I got from our discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the representative from breakout room 2. Now the last one is from breakout room 3. For the moderator from breakout room 3, Sophie. Hello, Sophie.
Yeah, hello, Ulfa.
Okay, so who will be the representative from the breakout room 3?
We have Nurul from USIM that is going to represent the breakout room 3.
Okay, Nurul, the time is yours.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, from our previous discussion, we conclude that from the three P's, that is people, profit, and planet, we the first important one is people, because people must have a good attitude to conduct our planet, our lovely planet that God gives us. God says that we should to be a Khalifa, we should be a good Khalifa in this world. So we must love our planet. If we have a good attitude, a positive attitude, so we can save our planet to in the business, we have to save our planet, such we can give a brand awareness to the people, to the consumers, so that we can gain more profits at the same time, and we can mitigate the economic shock, as well as to upgrade the sustainability in our business. So that's all, I guess, from our discussion.
Thank you for the representative from breakout room 3. Wow, all the participants seems to enjoy the forum and the discussion. It was so really insightful, right? So by the end of the FGD, the session of the second day has also ended. So keep your spirit and do your best. See you tomorrow. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.